Good morning YouTube, it's 7 a.m. Malaga, Spain, and we are on the way to the Deca event happening here today. This morning is midday. Some of the athletes I coach are going to race in Deka Fit, in the Deca Mile events and the elite races. So we are going to watch these and then I will get ready for my Deka Strong race tonight. For those of you that are new to Deca and don't know what it is, they call it Decathlon of Fitness. I'm the founders of Spartan Race, so same company, and they have 3 different events: the Deka Fit, the Deca Mile and the Deka Strong. When we look at those events, for the Deka Strong we have 10 stations which you are going to do for time but without running in between. So that event is pretty short. It's like an 11, 12, 13-minute event. We have 10 stations for time, which are lunges, 500 meters of rowing, followed by 20 box jump overs, 5 mat ball sit-ups, a 500 meter ski erg, followed by a 100 meter farmer carry, going into 25 calories assault bike, some D-balls over shoulders, a 100 meter tank push pull, and then we have some ramp burpees to finish the event. So that's the Deka Strong. As I said, no running in between. And then we have Deka Mile, where we have 160 meter runs in between those stations for a mile overall. Again, short event, 18, 19, 20 minutes for the fastest guys and girls. And then we have the Deka Fit, which is going to be the longest event today, where you have 10 500 meter runs in between those 10 stations for a 5K overall. Means here fastest times are around the 30-minute mark. So I think the event overall is comparable to HYROX, but definitely shorter, definitely faster. The stations are way faster. I think it's a lot of fun, especially for the viewers. So yeah, let's get over to the venue and see us there. Alles klar?
Ja, bei dir?
Yes.
So schön.
En estos momentos arrancamos a las 8 de la mañana.
Alright, we are at the venue now and that's how it looks like. So to give you an understanding of how that works. Back in that corner you can see the starting gate. Athletes are coming out of that, going out on the track, running their 3 rounds around the stations, and then compared to HYROX you don't have space between the running track and the station, so you directly go from the running track into the station, do your workout, and then you go out from the station to the running track again. For the Deka Strong that's going to be a bit different because we don't have to run in between. So what we are going to do is we just hop from station to station without any running and any space in between. That's it. So I think it's set it up pretty nice because on all those displays you can see all the running splits, all the station times, you can see where you are in the race and if you have to go into a station or into the next run, and so you get all the information you need. And I think it's pretty cool for all the spectators here because they can see exactly what's going on in the race. And here's a little information for you because I think a lot of people don't know that. When you come to those races, especially Deka Fit or Spartan Race, you can just go to the MyZone area, grab a belt and test it for your race. So if you haven't done it, definitely try that out. So So the first age group races of the day are done, and Tina, Mimushka, Marcus from the team had some really good times. Don't be confused if you see them later in some more races. They are racing multiple times today. Yeah, and I'm on my way to a supermarket now to get some breakfast. Didn't have some breakfast this morning, so let's see what we find there. And from there we go back to the venue and yeah, watch the elite races, which are about to start in like an hour. So I'm back from the store and got my food, and for more reality on YouTube, we got some chocolate croissants and some water. So I know my body well enough to know what is working for me and what is not working, and I always just try to, especially on a late race day, just fill up my glycogen stores and just focus mostly on getting in carbs. But I definitely have to say what works for me, maybe it's not going to work for you, so test those things in training, find out what is working best for you and your body. I know that easy to digest stuff is best for me on race day and the day before, but that's definitely up to what you're used to. Yeah, give that a try, test it out in training, find your own way. That's it. So I'm on the way back now to the venue, getting my food, then we watch the elite race. For you, the elite race here today is not the elite race you had to qualify for. So it was a free sign-up race, but they have prize money on it. So I think it's going to be packed with some good athletes and fun to watch. So let's see what is happening there. So again, that's the first half of the race with the lunges, rowing, box step overs, wall ball sit-ups, mat ball sit-ups or sit-up throws, ski erg, farmer carry, and then we go to the other side. So the box jumps in a Deka race are definitely interesting things. So you can use different techniques like Jay on the left side. I think the best way to do it is like Jay is doing it, because you save a lot of energy, not wasting your legs. Everything is allowed. The only rule here is that feet touch the box on top and on the bottom. Just say smooth, smooth is fast. I think the mat ball sit-ups or mat ball sit-up throws are also an interesting station, because in the Deka Fit you have to do those ones where you have to throw the ball to that little target. In the Deka Strong and the Deka Mile, what I'm racing tonight, you just have to do wall ball sit-ups. You don't have to throw the ball, you just have to touch the ground behind your head and between your feet with the mat ball, and that's it. It's hard to say at the moment who is in front at the Deka Fit Elite race, because they are started in 4 waves. But we can definitely say that James Muscat, that Spanish boy on the left in the blue shorts, and Jesse Betts are doing a great job here. So just behind them are Marcus Funkung and Luca. It's a close race and definitely fun to watch. I definitely like what Marcus is doing here with his carry technique as well as Luca. I think it's always good when you grab the dumbbell at one end of the dumbbell end, just to make sure your grip is stronger with that. It makes it easier to carry the dumbbell. Yeah, and in the end just makes you faster. So we see some guys are now sitting on the assault bike, and I would say that's definitely a station that can make a big difference in that race, because when you're strong on it, you can make up a lot of ground. So I would definitely say when you're a strong athlete with good power output and you're used to it and you're confident, definitely give that a hard go to make up some time. If not, I would just choose a RPM or what number I can hold without any issues and without burning out. But I think from here we are done with station 6 and it's all about head down and go. I think overall no time to lose here. Here's another difference in those races, because in the Deka Fit you have to throw the D-ball over the wall. In the Deka Mile and the Deka Strong you will see us just throwing the ball over our shoulders. So yeah, another difference here. But anyway, I think both ways are hurting. Yeah, next station after the D-ball is the sled. So here's a little difference between the HYROX sled and the Deca sled, because where we have a tank which has resistance built in it, so you don't put weight on it, means normally that sled moves a bit easier. Doesn't mean it gets easier or feels easier, just moves easier. The thing here is you have to push 100 meters or push 10 meters, pull 10 meters, back to back 5 times for overall 100 meters. And because you don't have rest for like 2.5 minutes here, that blows up the legs pretty hard. So that's definitely something in my eyes that should be trained, especially in terms of that muscle feeling and that muscle tiredness. But I don't think you need a tank to train for that race. So what I do in my gym is I just use my normal sled, put some TRX grips on it and just push and pull it back to back. You nearly get the same feeling then on a tank. Yeah, seems to work pretty well for most of the athletes. Let's go, Jill! Okay, and now the elite ladies are off with Viola in the leads. Let's go, Viola! So Viola's leading the women's race already by like 20-25 seconds. And I think that's an interesting point here for the Deca events, that especially movement, strategy, movement, efficiency, movement technique is much more important than in a HYROX race. We see that the running here is definitely shorter or not even existent. Just the station work and the amount of time you can lose or make up in some stations are just a lot. So that's definitely a point I would focus on in training for Deca. Work on those box step overs, work on the position of the ball in those wall ball sit-ups or wall ball sit-up throws. Yeah, and have a look at the other stations, because here's a lot of time to gain.
Cerramos esta competición. Es un tío de mundo, es un tío que ha corrido mucho, además de verdad. Tiene el teletexto incluidos dentro para las noticias. Cuando quieras, tranquilo. Mira, estamos aquí. De la zona 10, que nos acompañan desde 2021 como nuestro media partner. Los amigos de NER. Sostenibilidad es tan importante como el deporte y la salud. Y por eso nuestros amigos de Green the Clan nos ayudan a recoger residuos, limpiar playas y todo lo que haga falta.
So the race is done. We are like 15 minutes past the race, and yeah, was a lot of fun. Tough race, definitely. Had a little problem in the race because my assault bike didn't work, so had to change the assault bike, lost some seconds there, but overall I think I can definitely see that the last weeks didn't had that much training, but overall I'm happy. Well, fourth place overall for me today, so missed the podium by 1 spot and like 2 seconds, but that's racing, so it was good that the race was that competitive, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to race the next Deka Strong in like 4 or 5 weeks in Madrid. So let's train for that. I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses for that race. Yeah, and now it's time to enjoy Malaga and the beautiful weather and the beautiful city.